Climate change is having a major impact on food security. More than 850 million people are chronically undernourished. Farming communities and others involved in agriculture have to adapt agriculture to climate change and other challenges faced by agriculture. In this context, the role of advances in information and communication technology driven tools and technologies in enhancing decision making through accurate, reliable, and timely information cannot be overstated. As the need to produce more food from increasingly lesser resources become the norm, we look towards emerging technologies for solutions to overcome these challenges. One of the latest developments are the increase in the use of unmanned aerial vehicles or UAVs. These are commonly known as drones. Drones are remote controlled aircrafts without a human pilot aboard. These have a huge potential in agriculture in supporting evidence-based planning and in spatial data collection. Together with their inherent limitations, these tools and technologies provide valuable data that are then used to influence policies and decisions. Drones have found uses from military to agriculture. A recent PricewaterhouseCoopers report estimates the agriculture drone market to be worth 32.4 billion US dollars. The advantages that an eye in the sky provides, combined with analytic tools that can interpret the data and images to actionable information, have ushered in a new revolution. This new development also has its share of problems, most notably with respect to privacy, safety, and security. The United Nations has experimented with drones in various areas ranging from humanitarian crisis to agriculture. For example, the World Food Programme has joined with the Belgium government to deploy drones in humanitarian emergencies. The usefulness of drones to facilitate quick data collection with greater accuracy, together with providing a safer monitoring system in emergency, was a key element in testing this in the field during the challenging humanitarian crisis. UNICEF, in partnership with the government of Malawi, has set up a humanitarian drone testing corridor that would facilitate testing on three main areas, namely imagery, connectivity, and transport. UNHCR, the UN Refugee Agency, uses drones to help assess the needs of displaced population in Africa, especially in Mali, Niger, and South Sudan. This information is then used to plan assistance, including aid delivery. Instances of the United Nations Department of Peacekeeping Operations use of UAVs, as in the case of the MONUSCO mission in Congo, are all well documented. The use of drones in agriculture is extending in a brisk pace, from crop production, early warning systems, disaster risk reduction, forestry, fishery, as well as in wildlife conservation. For example, in crop production, precision farming combines sensor data and imaging with real-time data analytics to help improve farm productivity through mapping spatial variability in the field. Data collected through drones provides the much needed wealth of raw data to activate analytic models for agriculture. In supporting precision farming, drones can do soil health scan, monitor crop health, assist in planning irrigation schedule, apply fertilizer, estimate yield data, and provide valuable data to weather analysis. Data collected from drones, combined with other data sources and analytic solutions, convert these valuable data to actionable information. Drones such as the DJI Agras MG1 are designed for precision variable rate application of liquid pesticides, fertilizers, and herbicides. Multi and hyperspectral aerial and satellite imagery help in creating normalized difference vegetation index or NDVI. These maps can help differentiate soil from grass or forest, detect plants under stress, and differentiate between crops and crop stages. There are strong correlation between crop yields and NDVI data measured at certain crop stages. Drones are also increasingly used in agricultural insurance and assessment. In terms of disaster risk reduction, FAO has partnered with national counterparts in developing systems to use drones for data collection that assist in disaster risk reduction efforts. These valuable data are then fed into modeling system with analytical capabilities, which then provides actionable information. These would provide the rural communities with high quality, reliable advisories and will also assist the government in better planning disaster relief and response. The drones used by FAO Philippines are equipped with photogrammetric and navigational equipments with a good resolution of up to 3 centimeters. This can be programmed to detect details such as NTVI, water stress, or lack of specific nutrient in crops. The drones supporting mapping efforts in the Philippines are now being mainstreamed under the FAO's Disaster Risk Reduction and Management and Climate Adaptation Strategy. In Myanmar, FAO is working with the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Irrigation, as well as the Myanmar Aerospace Engineering University to utilize modern geospatial technology to enhance disaster preparedness and response activities of the ministry. This initiative also generates useful information related to upland agricultural risks such as landslides and erosion, which could then inform agricultural communities, understand the risk and reduce the disaster impact. These initiatives were piloted in challenging and remote areas of Myanmar to scale up community-based disaster risk management. In forestry, Nova Drone uses drone technology to improve forest management and operational planning, including monitoring of illegal activities and encroachment. It also assists in collecting various forest metrics such as carbon sequestration, tree canopy analysis, conservation features, tracking native species, monitoring biodiversity and ecological landscape features. In the next few weeks, you'll be seeing how, in terms of forestry, drones are used in conducting inventory of small forest areas and also providing relatively accurate and timely forest inventory information at a local scale. In the fisheries sector, drones are now being used by governments of a number of nations, including Palau, Belize, Jamaica, and Costa Rica, to detect illegal fishing and to aid in prosecution. The government of Belize are using drones to enforce fishing regulation over the Glover's Reef Marine Reserve and other marine protected areas in the waters of Belize. Moreover, the use of drones as a fisheries assessment tool by natural resource agencies in Texas and Nebraska using fixed-wing drones to conduct in-channel habitat mapping has been well documented. In wildlife conservation, high-definition thermal cameras fitted drones are also used to track, inspect and monitor livestock remotely. The government of Assam in India has partnered with data consultancy services to use drones to conduct surveillance, identify unauthorized settlements and to deter poachers in Kaziranga National Park. Kaziranga National Park is spread over 480 square kilometers. Here, TCS together with the government are using thermal cameras fitted drones which can identify poachers from their heat signatures even if they're hiding in thick foliage. These efforts have proven beneficial for the vulnerable one-horned rhino. While drones are basically the eye in the sky, the real power comes from the strength of data processing and analytics that are built upon the data collected. Solutions such as the Smarter Agriculture offers an integrated platform to use data from drones, sensors and other devices to automate and optimize farm management. Pix for DAG converts multispectral images into accurate reflectance and index maps like NDVI and uses RGB images to generate high-resolution orthomosaics. Centera's AgVault handles data that are then used to track crop growth stages, weeds, compaction, storm damage, and more. SenseFly's EB provides an integrated solution that includes drones and analytics to support various applications. There are various classifications of UAVs based on their size, from very small, medium to large. Categories such as the multi-rotor models and the fixed-wing models have their unique characteristics. A fixed-wing aircraft such as the SenseFly's EB has the advantage of longer endurance and hence can cover larger areas, and also has a faster flight speed. The limitations are that they need an area for landing and takeoff and are harder to maneuver. They can fly at a higher speed in excess of 80 km per hour. This makes fixed-wing ideal for aerial surveys, high-resolution aerial photos, mapping and surveying. Whereas the multi-rotor UAVs have lower speed, shorter flight duration and a limited payload capacity. Their agile maneuverability and ability to hover around a particular area and ability to operate in confined areas make them ideal for surveillance. These UAVs can reach a maximum speed of 60 km per hour. Example of rotary wing drones are the DJI's Mavic Pro series and the Phantom series. Quadcopters, hexacopters and octocopters are broadly classified under multi-rotor UAVs. Other categories such as the single rotor helicopter, which has a much greater efficiency over multi-rotor and powered by gas, gives it a much longer endurance. We will be learning more about these in the coming weeks. Thank you.